Deep in the wide, blue ocean lived a young and energetic whale named Willow. Willow loved to swim, and she loved to swim fast. Very, very fast. She would zip and zoom with a flick of her tail, leaving a trail of bubbles in her wake. Faster, faster, she'd think, as she raced past everything and everyone. Willow zoomed past beautiful, colorful coral reefs without even a glance. She sped through entire schools of shimmering fish who would scatter like confetti in her path. She rushed through games with her friends, always eager to finish first. She rushed through her meals, gulping down krill without really tasting it. She even rushed through listening. When her friends tried to tell her stories, Willow would wiggle impatiently. "Come on, let's hurry up and get to the next thing," she would chirp. The smaller sea animals, like the little seahorses and clownfish, often struggled to keep up with her whirlwind pace. They'd be left behind, dizzy and out of breath, as Willow disappeared into the blue distance. She just couldn't understand why everyone else seemed so slow. For Willow, life was a race, and she was determined to win. One sunny afternoon, as Willow was on one of her usual sprints across the ocean floor, she swam right past a special, hidden reef. For just a moment, it pulsed with a soft, magical light, but Willow was moving too quickly to notice. She was already thinking about her next destination. Later that day, she overheard a group of fish chatting excitedly near a sea anemone. "Did you see it?" one of them chirped. "That reef! It sparkled like 1,000 underwater stars," another one added, his fins fluttering with delight. Willow stopped and frowned, a feeling of confusion bubbling up inside her. A sparkling reef. She hadn't seen anything like that. A small pang of disappointment hit her. For the first time, Willow realized that by always rushing ahead, maybe she was missing something wonderful. But Willow soon forgot her disappointment and was back to her speedy habits. "I'd be the fastest whale in the ocean," she declared to no one in particular as she launched herself forward. She was so focused on her speed, so fixed on the finish line in her mind, that she didn't see the danger ahead. A thick, tangled net of kelp, torn loose by a storm, drifted right into her path. Before she knew it, she was caught. The more she thrashed and struggled, the tighter the kelp wrapped around her tail. Suddenly, her race was over. She was stuck. The ocean, which usually felt so full of life and sound, grew eerily quiet. All she could hear was the thump, thump, thump of her own heart. A nervous feeling washed over her. "Maybe," she whispered to herself, "maybe I should have slowed down." Just as despair began to set in, a calm and gentle presence appeared beside her. It was an old, wise sea turtle, his shell covered in patterns that looked like maps of the ancient ocean. He didn't panic or rush. He simply began to patiently and carefully work at the tangled kelp. "The ocean isn't going anywhere, little one," the turtle said in a soft, rumbling voice. "Sometimes the wisest thing to do is to just be still." With his help, Willow was finally free. Instead of darting away, she remembered the turtle's words. She stayed still, floating gently in the water. She took a slow, deep breath in and an even slower breath out. For the first time in a long time, Willow simply rested. As Willow began to move again, she did so slowly and carefully. And a funny thing happened. The world around her seemed to come alive in a way it never had before. She noticed a family of tiny, translucent shrimp dancing in the currents. She saw how the sunlight pierced the water's surface, bouncing off bubbles and creating tiny rainbows. She paused to listen, and far in the distance, she could hear the deep, echoing songs of other whales beautiful melody she'd always been too rushed to hear. A slow, genuine smile spread across her face. This was the ocean she had been missing. From that day on, Willow found a new pace. She still loved to swim and play, but she no longer felt the need to rush. She would glide gracefully alongside her friends, listening to their stories and sharing in their games. When they played hide-and-seek among the coral, she took her time to find the perfect hiding spot, admiring the textures and colors around her. "This feels better," she said to her friends, who all happily agreed. She learned that swimming fast was fun, but swimming slow had its own special kind of joy. Willow had learned a very important lesson. Sometimes the most beautiful things in life aren't at the finish line. They're all the little moments you see and feel along the way. When you slow down, you don't miss out on life. You actually get to enjoy it more. Thanks for watching.